What's up, everybody? Today, you are here watching D-Boy, C-Boy, Gliggy, Lily, however you want to go by them, and we'll be dubbing over Seduce Me, a phenomenal visual novel where you can date a total of 5 luscious incubi.
I actually started playing this with some other people, but we're gonna continue where I left off with them, but with my homeboy. Who are you? Introduce yourself.
Well, my internet alias is Mysterygoon, but you can call me okay, you can call me Dominic.
You can call him Dami. Okay. Are
Yep.
you seeing the game?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay. Here. Oh yeah, we're lol because it was Liam, Alec, Lily, Aiden, and Ari and Lucas.
Hell yeah.
So basically, where we last left off is our dad just slapped the shit out of us. So, yeah.
For no reason whatsoever.
Oh, for sure. I shook my
Yeah.
head to try to clear the sleepiness out of me to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. I'll be all the girls, and you'll be all the guys. Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's already time to wake up. Wait, school. As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of bed and looked in the vanity mirror. That's relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on where my dad beat the shit out of me, unless you actually squinted. I doubt anyone would notice it because no one gives a shit about me. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took out my backpack, and caught the bus to go to school. It wasn't even hours before everyone heard of the news. I was approaching school and giving condolences for my loss, but that wasn't what shocked my friends. So you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man. I'm gonna just be talking to myself, I guess. Quit being so sensitive, Naomi. Quit being so vulgar, Suzu. Who do you want to agree with?
I think. Do you want the baddie or do you want the nice girl?
I'm kind of more of a baddie fan, but that's okay. Whatever.
Suzu's right, Naomi.
Because I don't think I'm gonna be romancing them on my first playthrough.
Yeah.
So.
But we can lead them on.
Yeah. Of course you would side with her. Ha! See, at least she knows how to have fun. I know how to have fun. I don't need to be wild to have fun. Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there. Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school. I know, but my parents want me to try living there as soon as possible. Still, that's really fast. Are you going to be okay? Of course. But even in the comfort of my best friend's life seemed to keep testing me. Oof.
Oof.
Ew, ew, ew.
Ew, ew, ew.
Hey, don't go around shoving people like that. She kind of looks like a man, so you can be her.
Okay. Whoops! Did I strive a nerve, Capini? I'm gonna talk like that.
She let out a small laugh as she swirled her hair around her finger like she was a baddie or something. I wasn't
Yeah,
trying to match her
baddie.
freak, though. Lisette was one of the last people I wanted to see today. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Oh, Anderson! Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright. Haven't you heard, Lisette?
Of what?
Her grandfather's passing.
Oh, womp womp. Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of the news.
She doesn't get political like that.
I'm kind of atheist, political person.
It doesn't really sound like you mean it.
I do mean it earnestly. Why wouldn't I? Can't you hear how sincere I am?
Typical Capini. Isn't her family involved in the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right at this moment. I'd nearly forgotten about the crowd that followed Lisette, which was mostly comprised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. No one had the slightest idea why I followed Lisette around persistently, or why they followed Lisette around persistently, but they labeled themselves as social equals with her. That's out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family. Says the one... Oh. You can do her, I guess.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals.
Oh, she ate her up. Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in court with dirty politicians. Grrr!
Grr. Hey, oh no. Hey, let's all calm down for a second, alright? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
What the Sigma? Just stop. Stop
Far
acting like
away.
that already, like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You already have everything you've wanted, now seeing me like this? Life couldn't get any better for you. Bitterness seeped into me, and words started flying out of my mouth without filter. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lisette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am?
Oh my
I'm
god.
sick of it, Lisette. I'm sick of all these charades. I'm sick of you.
Uh,
Gasps froze in the crowd around her, and I was brought back to the
yeah.
school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lisette held her hand out to stop her. There was an emotion in her face that I couldn't quite make out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. Don't you dare pity me. I looked away from her. I didn't want to see that emotion in her eyes when she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must really have taken a toll on your emotions. Clearly seeing how bitchy you are right now.
Are you on your period?
Isn't that time of the month for you right now?
Someone's on their ladies' days.
Oh my god.
She stepped towards me and put her hand on my shoulder, giving me a tiny smile as if for old time's sake. But for some reason, I
Hmm.
didn't feel comforted at all. Not that I was just angry at her, but the expression on her face when she leaned in close to me contorted into something complex. Something was different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed.
Well, I'll be going for now. Tracking responsibilities and all that stuff. See you later.
See you later, loser.
Smell you later, dweeb.
Dweebosaurus Rex.
Dweeb.
Something about Lizette made me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? I'd never seen her like that before. But I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her.
Gaggle is wild.
I refocused my attention to Mrs. Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me.
Uh, is everything alright, girls?
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs. Suzu, hush. It was nothing, Miss Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, Mrs. Phillips.
Your grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies and the money that went towards charity, too.
I know. He was amazing. I really looked up to him and wanted to be as good as he was. Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather. Hell yeah, she will. I bet she'll be 10 times better than her grandfather. Would I? Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me. I wanted to do my best to make my family proud, but to be better than my grandfather? I wasn't sure about that. From outside the school window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to the curb. Undoubtedly, it was my father in the driver's seat. Not my grandfather. He's dead. R.I.P.
He's in his ghost car.
He's in his. Yeah, for real. He's Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow. Want us to come with you? No, it's okay. I'll be fine. See you.
I have 5 men to go see. Nothing curious, though. Oh boy.
Hey, Dad.
How would he sound like, hey, honey?
I got into the car. I noticed my father looked troubled, clutching at his steering wheel and staring straight ahead as if something was really bothering him. Maybe it was the fact that he slapped the shit out of me last night.
About what's happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Does your cheek still hurt?
No, it's nothing to worry about. Nothing that hasn't happened before.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you, dearest. You know that you're my most precious daughter. You're all that I have,
Bruh, stop the cap.
And my immense amount of money.
Stop the cap. He's like, why are you bringing up bullshit?
The past is the past.
Oh, here.
I.
Yeah, he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt, but I guess even now he couldn't say it to me.
He
I
just could
turned.
be like, I'm sorry you couldn't. I'm sorry that you responded that way.
I'm sorry that that's how you feel to the situation.
Literally.
I turned my head away to look out the window. There was no point in waiting for something that was never going to come. And like that, he started to drive the conversation, and the conversation between us ended. I decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were taking the usual route to Grandfather's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school district, but it was still pretty far from the school and where our house was. He'd always lived alone. He insisted on doing everything by himself, even at his age living in such a large house. I wondered, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounded so lonely and sad.
I was with 5 men.
I was with 5 big, burly bear men. and they were all in my bed.
Oh my
Happy Pride
god.
Month, guys!
Oh my
It,
god, yes.
it was strange that he decided on living all alone in his large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us. Though he and my father probably wouldn't have given each other, or would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time. Maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually hadn't visited him for quite a while. Visits to his house were the most frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up long since then. The last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things change. In the back of my mind, I knew that he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever. So why did my heart still feel heavy? The crowd was mostly silent until he spoke up again.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope?
Bruh. Yeah, I've been trying my best as of so far.
Was it your best? Trying? That's not really doing the best you can now, is it?
You didn't really do your best when you held yourself back from slapping the shit out of me, so I don't really want to hear it. I mean, with my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it.
I'm
He
too
always
busy
found a
talking
way
about
to integrate it
BMW.
into whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, and so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house, because, I didn't give you a lot of stuff. After all, you're on the road to being independent now.
So I'm sure you can bring a couple bags in, bitch.
Yeah, get some warmer bags. Figure it out.
You can do it all on your own. I know your grandfather just passed and I slapped the shit out of you, but you got it.
Yeah, you got this one, champ.
Yeah, sure, I can manage on my own.
Oh,
I didn't expect much from you.
oh, good, because I'll be giving you some more slaps if you talk back to me like that.
Oh, that's awesome. The usual silence resumed between us. I wasn't really sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't share the same opinions. He was Republican, I was a diehard liberal. It just wasn't meant to be.
He watched Fox, and I watched
CNN.
Entertainment. With Carl Zeus.
My mans. One question did linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalantly at grandfather's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. Which one?
Try again. Let's stir things up.
Say, Dad, about you and Grandpa.
Oh, he's already said. We are not talking about this.
I feel like we should be, because Grandpa did leave us yesterday, so.
I wouldn't care if he had left even long before that. I do not want to hear it. And that is the end of this conversation.
As always, he
Lalao.
managed to shut down any other form of conversation related to him. It was just like what happened last night. I opened my mouth slightly and closed it again. It was like talking to a brick wall. It wasn't like I couldn't find out anything by somehow arguing my way through it. It wasn't like I could. Alright then.
Oh, Lalao. Okay.
I leaned against the car door and stared out the window. I really couldn't think. What would this place be like?
I know.
I've
The
been to my
house.
grandfather's house before, but it was one thing visiting, and it was another thing actually living there. How would I manage living on my own without any training to really care for a house? I knew that naturally the bills would be paid by my parents, who inherited grandfather's stocks in the corporation, but I'd never lived independently before. Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. Though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted by the prospect of actually moving into the new place.
Oh God.
Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their lives, like being on the road to independence. But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hoped I wouldn't let my grandparents down, or I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down either. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you'd want to tell me at this moment? And of course there was no answer. What was I doing? Searching for an answer in a heaven that would or would not exist? I ducked my head to stare at the blur of trees and cars in the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there at that moment. Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home. Bruh, she's just a yapper. She just
Oh my
goes on and
God.
on. She's
Because well,
like,
since Grand.
oh, I'm thinking about my dad. Now I'm thinking about grandfather. I'm thinking about my dad. Everything
I forgot a
sucks.
lot of things.
It's my grandfather.
Well, Grandpa was with 5 men, so he'll be looking up at us.
Like, bruh. We get it.
The
Anyway,
car rolled. Oh yeah, that's siesta. You forgot. That's an
the,
inner monologue.
yeah, the car rolled to a stop and I drifted out of my thoughts.
Here we are. Going on. Yeah, go on in.
Alright, tell Mom I love her.
I.
I love you, Dad.
Huh?
Okay.
You say something?
No, make sure to come by and visit us often. No, I'm gonna miss you lots. Nothing other than a blank stare. I paused a bit before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of a goodbye, but he didn't speak again.
I cannot break my look maxing streak.
For real, bruh. This guy
He's-
is annoying.
Bro,
She should
just
kill him.
bro's an anti-yapper. Let's do it.
I don't know if we can. Let's do it.
All right, if there's a way, we'll figure it out.
That we will. I sighed and exited the car, hearing my dad pop open the trunk. I saw the 2 large bags I packed last night that were large enough to carry only the things I needed. I took them out, placed one bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. I watched the blue car fade from the distance before turning into my new home. There it is. It's huge. But nothing's too large or too sharp, guys. Anyway,
Exactly.
my grandfather gave me this. It's hard to believe. The house was framed.
Wide, but sorry.
It needs some decor or something. It needs some landscaping.
Yeah, on God, this grass is fucking getting
I
tall.
get he died, but what? He has no like chairs out front, no curtains,
No flowers.
like for real, like
On God.
this
like,
guy was a freak.
Yeah.
The house was framed by a set of tall gates, and I hesitantly pushed them aside to take in the entire estate. The house still looked like it was when I'd last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of intimidating with its size, though if I came closer, it was clear that there was more to it than that. The brick walls were framed by shrubbery and lovely flowers, giving it a
What
homey and
flowers?
welcoming look. For real, like where? Where are we seeing this?
Where? So, are the flowers in the same room with us right now? Is that what's happening?
Because this just looks like an Airbnb.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not giving homey. But in
I've-
contrast, the tall doors into the house gave me the feeling of grandeur. Who knew what was waiting for me? But I wouldn't back down at this moment. I took the key to the front doors and unlocked them. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while anyway. That's when I saw them.
5 tall, burly. Oh.
Laying on the floor was a group of men. They were all unconscious, but there was no explanation as to why they were there in the first place. I dropped my bags and I let the door close behind me. Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are they here? What's going on? Some of them had open wounds. The blood was staining the floor and the scent was intermingling with the air. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instinctively, but nevertheless, I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. My mind suddenly went from caring and concern to confused and demanding answers. Who are you guys? No response. I'll call the police.
Oh my God.
Bro, we're in op.
Yeah, we are just hating everybody now.
Still nothing. None of them seem to be awake to answer or respond to me. It seems surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into, but I wanted answers quickly. That was until... Eep! Get away from me!
Oh my God. Woman, you're gonna let me kiss you.
And see, this is where we kind of, like, learn where, like, what kind of game this is.
Yeah. God, Deku.
Ugh! Bakudeku slime! Bakudeku slime!
Oh my God, stop.
I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of my face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and calm about it. Slowly, a desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind vehemently refused. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Good.
As he kissed me, I could feel my body go weak. I didn't know why, but that kiss was draining me of my energy, and yet it was so good and made my heart sing. It was a strange and tingling feeling that danced over every nerve on my body. I could feel streams of intangible energy run up from my body into my lips. It felt odd, but at the same time it felt amazing.
Sam, stop it. I think that's rich guy.
The person kissing me, Sam was his name, glanced behind him.
I said stop. Now. Fine.
Finally, he pulled back, and I was left standing there in a daze. Huh? I couldn't tell what was going on. My mind was completely enwrapped by the thoughts of the kiss, and they melted into the depths of my forgotten memories.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless. Heh! At least I feel a hell lot better than you right now. Because you used your abilities on her. Fucking idiot. Oh god, here it goes. Okay. Sam, you're such a reckless brood. taking advantage of a young, beautiful woman like her. Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face, Todoroki.
Another one.
Oh, guys, sheesh. Can we not fight right now? All of us are in the best state. He sounds like he would have a Deku voice.
Dude, he's my favorite.
Do you not want him to have the Deku voice?
No, that's okay.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Who's the one talking?
I think him.
I guess you're right, Matthew. I agree.
Another one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he didn't say anything.
Oh, thank God. ...
However, as the men got up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once again, only now multiplied tenfold. What?
Question mark? Huh. Did you say something beautiful?
And I exploded. Yeah,
Oh,
me
well,
too. When I look at him, I explode too, girl. I mean, what? What is going on? Why the hell are you all here in my house? Why are you all wounded? Why did you kiss me? Who are you?
Yeah. They're all shocked.
I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped without filter. I definitely scared the men around me, even the man who kissed me.
That's on God.
Wait a second, the guy who kissed me.
What's up? Ouch! What's your problem, Deku? I mean, woman.
What's your problem? You can't just go around forcing people to kiss you like that. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert? It was only a kiss.
It might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me.
What? Was it your first kiss or something, Baka? Ow! Hey, what was that for?
I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles and something out of a fairy tale, but I at least expected it to be more than just something forced.
So it was your first kiss. Stop making such a big deal out of it.
Are you asking to get punched again?
Well, what do you want me to do? It's not like I can somehow take it back.
Okay.
This is up to you.
This is where we decide if we want to who we want to romance, because depending on our answer to this, it like matters for who we want to romance.
Who do you want? I know you like Matthew, but do you want to try I guess?
We can do Sam first.
Oh God. Okay. So there's gonna be a lot of Deku going on then. Okay, let's do it.
I think Sam or Eric should be first.
Yeah.
So I'm
Does he
gonna.
like it if we fight back?
I
no, okay.
actually don't know. I don't think he does. I think he's like the kind of guy who wants you to glaze him.
So he's now like, oh, I like him feisty.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right then. We can ask for an apology.
Okay. You should at least apologize. That would suffice. As if to himself, he muttered something under his breath.
Why do I always look like the bad guy? Apologies are my forte, bud. I'll try my best. Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
I'm sorry for kissing you like that. I went too far.
He sighed and ran his fingers through his hair.
I didn't mean for it to turn out that way. It's just... I act on impulse, okay? It's difficult to control myself in... Ugh, what am I saying?
It's okay. I get what you're trying to say. Thank you for the apology.
Alright, so we have the ADHD? Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, if you try to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning. I know Taekwondo. Bro, she's a cornball. I know Taekwondo, freak.
I have a black belt with my 5 stripes.
Bro, she's actually a cornball. That's crazy. I think I've bickered enough. Time to get back to the main issue. So, what exactly are all of you doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't notice a boat belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
What do you mean? You don't just barge into people's homes.
We wouldn't have blah blah blah. We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives. Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
You what inside?
What? Anyways.
The last time I remembered, there were laws preventing strangers from stepping onto private property, although considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious.
The Fourth Amendment doesn't exist here, or the Third.
I guess that explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady, it's hard to explain truly. We're not exactly normal. We're quirky.
Not normal? What are you guys, demons or something? I asked almost jokingly, but the boys seemed to take my question differently.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
Huh?
We're incubi, miss. No, a different guy. We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
Incubi? The fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters? The mythical beings that could look like anyone to get into your pants? The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies or on TV?
Girl, what does she know? Anyways. Hello, did you hear him? We're telling the truth. Do you think she's still processing it? Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. Well, it was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist. There's no way they existed. That would be practically impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct plural form. And yes, we do exist.
Prove it. As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them.
Alright, time for round 2.
For real.
Very good. Eric, go ahead. Very well. Milady. Oh god.
Ugh. This
Oh,
cornball, bruh.
My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief. Let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it. Maybe you'll even want some more. I'm gonna kill
What?
myself.
Bus. Once again, I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt a waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face, painting my cheeks red in their wake. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah.
Felt sticky.
Okay. If I feel very sticky around somewhere. With another kiss, my ooh ooh ooh.
Ew, ew, ew.
With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in a heated, passion-filled pleasure. Yes, I could feel my body. Oh, yeah, I could feel my body drained of energy as he kissed me.
Alright, that's enough, Eric. Aw, very well. I feel so much. I feel so much better.
As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pool. I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world
Arms
around
are
me began to
heavy.
spin as I tried to speak.
My knees are weak, my arms are heavy. I'm
I
spaghetti.
think I'm going to...
Ah, where are our manners? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers. Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien. Miss, are you okay?
Shit.
Shit, she fainted. Alright, viewers, thanks for watching this part on Seduce Me. Make sure to hit the bell in the below and subscribe to DJC Boy.